You drive the slides and I'll do the chatting. So, welcome everybody. I'm so thrilled to have you all here tonight, and I'm just really honored to be able to present this business opportunity and these products to you guys. They have truly been so life-changing. I'm a single mom. I live in the northern part of Florida, and I have been with the company since March of 2024. So it's been when I hit my 1 year mark and my face went glassy. I just turned 48, so I have the best skin of my life. I dealt with acne, hyperpigmentation, and what I really learned was that I was kind of going about my skin's health completely wrong. Especially in America, there's so much emphasis on sort of injuring the skin in order to produce the result that you want. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different path to the same end. Where for someone like me, doing the peels and doing the lasers, it was not only expensive, but you had a lot of downtime. I look like a pizza face more times than I can count. And when I started leaning into the Korean philosophy and kind of hearing about K-beauty and understanding what it was and the emphasis that it places on healing your skin's barrier, that is when everything changed for me. It really was such an amazing wake up call of like, hey man, there's another way to do this. And so for me, I've spent the last, 12 to 18 months healing my barrier, and so much of my skin's issues have resolved themselves. And I just have the healthiest skin of my life, which I can't even tell you is not just a confidence boost, but when people come up to you and say, wow, what are you doing? There is nothing like that feeling of not only being able to say, I have something for you that's actually super safe. It's rooted in science. It's rooted in nature in a place and time in the world where we're so suspicious of everything that we're putting on our skin, everything that has hormone disruptors and fragrances and things like that, and that seem like you really have to do some digging before you take a chance on something. To know that there's a company out there that has just prioritized all of these things from the very beginning is such a relief to me, and especially being able to offer that to my friends, people I care about. I don't want to roll the dice with their faces and just recommend something that might be effective, but who knows if it'll be too harsh or too this or too that. I mean, I just don't want to do that. So to find out after that there's a business opportunity available to us so that we can actually, grow our own independence and our freedom, our financial freedoms, and I can raise my children. Like I said, I'm a single mom and have 3 children, just through blessing people's lives with something that's really going to help their confidence and help their face is just a gift. It's just a gift. So I'm super thrilled to be able to share this with you guys tonight. And so we're going to jump in. Bree, give me my first slide if you don't mind.
Yeah, and
And
I think
we're
we're
going
going
to,
to kick it off with a video too.
oh, okay, great. That's great.
Awesome. Okay, here we go.
And you just went to sleep. Okay. Oh, I'm tired. I like Friday. Multi-production. Working. Having little tantrum fits, huh? Go back in there. out
That milk, though.
the bigger he gets, the more
Really? Why do you like juices
oh,
it?
like, that's it.
That means if you're doing all the right things, eating right, the next time I'm in Pasadena or Arcadia, I gotta get you that tea,
That tea was really good.
right?
That video just pumps me up every single time I watch it. I just get so thrilled that we have a company that does such incredible marketing for us. They spend oodles and oodles of money. We actually just unveiled another video that you guys will have access to. If you go to any one of our planner websites, at the very, very top of it is a brand new brand video called am I unmuted now? I thought I hit the button. Can you hear me? Somebody say they can hear me. I'm so
Yes,
sorry.
yes,
Okay,
we
good.
can hear you.
You're
Okay.
good.
I got all excited and I just jumped right into it. Watching that video just hypes me up so much because it's a lot of information flashing at you, a lot of the statistics about our company. And Bree, you can go ahead and put them up on the screen. 2.5 billion in sales, number one K beauty brand. It launched in North America in March of 2023 and beyond. You can see the list of amazing countries that we've already kind of gotten into, and we are coming to another. We're supposed to be in 50 cities in or 50 countries in the next 5 years, which is a very, very ambitious plan. But it's only made possible by the fact that our products are the driving force behind all of our expansion and our growth. We are growing rapidly, not only because K Beauty is becoming just widely recognized on a global level, but also because people love our products. The fact that we've did $2.5 billion in revenue just in our first 4 years in Korea alone says something huge. And just to say one quick thing about that video, our company just spends oodles and oodles of money on really, really classy high-end marketing that we get to use as brand representatives. I didn't have to go spend $10 million on a brand video to drive my business, but I have a company that's going to do that for me. If you go to any one of our planner websites, our replicated websites, at the very, very top, we just launched a brand new video called Made Different. It is the Riman story. It's so well done. I would strongly urge you after this call or whenever you have a free minute to just go and watch it. It is so incredible. It took them over 9 months to make, and they hired the company that like does Samsung's marketing and everything. So we are a company that is doing everything at the very, very highest level. So you can see some of those amazing statistics there. Okay, so we're going to jump in and meet some of our brands. Our brands are ICD, Boda Lab, and Lifening. So ICD is basically our skincare and our makeup brand. Boda Lab is our body care, so hair care and body care. And then Lifening is our consumable line. So let's jump into ICD really quick. So one of the proprietary things about our brand is, and I always love this because in a world where there is so much offered, right? You can just drown in an endless sea of different offerings, and people have, skincare on skincare on skincare, and there's just an abundance. It's a multi billion dollar industry. So how do you differentiate yourself? I think that's really something that we pride ourselves on so much is how do you differentiate yourself? So when you hear people say, well, my skincare is better, or my skincare is better, or mine is medical grade, or mine is this, mine is that, the answer that I have to that, which really does cut through all of that, is the only thing that's better than being better than is being the only one. Okay. So, what I'm going to tell you is a story about how we are the only one with these key ingredients in our products. So, the giant Byung Pool leaf was a derivative. It's basically a supersize me of the Centella asiatica plant, which was a heritage ingredient. So obviously Korean skincare has been something that has been celebrated by the Korean culture for centuries. They prioritize skincare as a means of just total body health for centuries, right? So even, children 10, 11, 12 years old, they're starting to encourage them to take great care of their skin. That's why their skin looks so amazing. It's just a priority and it's just part of their culture. So using heritage ingredients, things that are native to that region of the world, that are readily available. And the Centella asiatica plant was discovered to have these incredible healing properties for the skin long ago. So it's a key ingredient and a key component that's been available in Korean skincare for a very long time. Where our chairman saw an opportunity was to take that plant and do some mad sciencing on it using the second thing that you see here on the screen, which is the Jeju lava energy water. So this is really, really a precious, precious thing, and it kind of deserves its own moment and its own story to be told. So basically, off the southern coast of Korea is a small island called Jeju Island. It's like the Hawaii of Korea. And that volcanic island, inside of that was discovered a massive cave full of seawater that had been trapped in this cave for over 400,000 years. And that seawater has effectively changed its not molecular structure, but its mineral profile, I would say, if you were to study it. And it's just different water. It's no longer seawater. It's this different type of water because it's been filtered through that lava rock over the centuries. And basically, once that was discovered, it was such a precious discovery that the UNESCO World Heritage Foundation put an environmental protection over it and said, "This is incredible. What an amazing discovery. We have to preserve it for humankind." But they struck a deal with the Korean government that basically said, we really need to study this water. We need to make, you know, do our due diligence to really understand what it is. And so the Korean government was afforded 20 different contracts to dish out to various industries that deserve those contracts to be able to study the water and really see what its potential properties and benefits were. And Riman was the one that got the contract for the skincare industry. So we are the only ones that have access to this water. And basically, our chairman, Chairman On, who is more of a scientist than anything, decided what would happen, I wonder, if we were to water the Centella asiatica plant exclusively with Jeju lava energy water that was piped directly from that cave on Jeju Island to a smart farm greenhouse? Effectively, what we did in doing that was we took the centella plant, the basic centella plant, which looked like in my opinion, it looked like cilantro. It's like a small little leaf size, maybe the size of a nickel with a long stem on it. And in doing this experiment, the leaf size of the centella plant grew to the size of my outstretched palm. It's enormous. And the polyphenol content and the antioxidant protections that went with that massive amount of growth is transferred into the skincare, and so the properties it's a very, very, very powerful. It was already powerful as a centella plant, and we basically have developed a brand new species of this plant, which is now patented the giant byung leaf. So that's kind of as simply as I can tell you the story of our patented plant. So when I say what's better than being better is being the only one, we are the only one in the world with access to that water, and we are the only one in the world that has the opportunity to give this centella plant, this supersized centella plant called the giant byung leaf, into our bottles and into our products. And one of the things that is kind of common with the traditional form of the centella plant is that it was usually dried to a spice. It looked like oregano. It's cheaper to ship. It has a longer shelf life. So that's how it was kind of largely utilized in traditional Korean skincares, where it would just dried, and then when it was time to put it into the formulation, it would just be reconstituted with a distilled water. We never do that. We never do that. Everything about our operation, as you'll see in a few slides, is vertically integrated. We control every single aspect of the process, so therefore we don't ever need to dry it and stick it on a shelf. The minute it gets pulled out of the ground, those extracts of that giant byung leaf are going straight into creating our serums and our various products, which is amazing. Now, this third piece of the puzzle, which we're so proud of, is the nanoliposomal technology. Now, Bree, I don't know what's going on with the slide, but there's like a big black box over the top of it. So let me pull it up on my phone really fast so I can just see what's on there. But the oh, there we go. The liposomes are basically, I'll just give it to you as elementary as I possibly can. It's like running our products through a massive molecular shrink machine. Okay, so when you think of By the way, this technology is enormously expensive to do, so most skincare brands don't even bother with it. I'm sure at some point in your life, you've probably put a serum or a potion or some kind onto your skin, and it's just left feeling like it was sitting on top of your skin and that it didn't really absorb. That's because those molecule sizes are very big, very large. And so if you have a barrier that you're trying to protect that's nice and thick and gorgeous, and that's what's giving you that glass skin thing, but you need those actives to go through the barrier and down into the deeper subdermal cells so that they can be healed and end up prettier on your face at the end of the day. You need something that has a low, very, very, very tiny molecule. I'll give you an example. Typically, pharmaceutical brands will use this type of technology to do estrogen creams or testosterone creams, things that need to be applied topically to the skin that are actually going to break the blood barrier and allow that active ingredient, that hormone, to get into your bloodstream. We are using basically the exact same technology because our company has been so successful and we have billions of dollars in the bank, so we can afford this type of technology, like I said, that most companies don't even bother with. So when you combine those three things, those key things, the giant Byung Pool leaf and that discovery and those patents and those awards, plus the Jeju Lava Energy Water, you have something that's one of one in the world. One of one. How many times have you gone to the store and seen the same cast of characters on every bottle? Your niacinamides, your hyaluronics, your retinols and AHAs and BHAs, and it's the same stuff in everybody's bottles. And those can be very, very cool, very beneficial things in their own right. But we have something that no one else in the world has, and that's what really makes this brand so unique and different. And so when you combine that with the nanoliposomal technology, that is a mic drop like you don't even know. Okay, next slide. So, as I kind of hinted to before, our Jeju Island headquarters, where we manufacture everything, is a whole campus. We have Ask Base, Ask Labs. These are the places where we do our research and our studies, and we give back to the UNESCO World Heritage Foundation in exchange for the use of these amazing resources. We have the opportunity to, give all of that back to society. So we're learning about this water, and we've created this campus that not only includes these research facilities, but we also have just recently built a 600,000 square foot smart farm, which grows all of our giant Byung Pool leaf crop after crop after crop within a millimeter of a degree of humidity and temperature so that we can really just effectively keep our quality control under a close eye. So we never have a bad crop. We don't have to worry about the rain, the weather, the drought. We don't ever have to worry about that. The other thing that's amazing is that we are able to pipe that water directly from the volcano right into our smart farms, and we're right on site. So everything, like I said, from the dirt to your door is controlled by our facility. We have our own bottling facility. We have, like I said, the smart farm. We've got our research labs, everything, as you can see here. Also, very cool. We actually built a beautiful five-star resort, and I don't know, that's probably not even on here on the next slide here, but I'll just touch on it briefly as a way of treating our planners to experiences and experience our facility here. So this is a few images from our brand new smart farm. As you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous, and all of that giant Byung Pool leaf for miles and miles, and where we do our research and the bottling and everything is just goes on, and that's really just an amazing way of being vertically integrated. So yes, the next slide is Riman Village. So Riman Village is our five-star resort. This is a benefit to all the people that are planners. So you rank advance, you get a trip. I think Bree has been there. Maybe several other people that are watching this call have been there and probably can put in the chat something about their experience and how incredible it was. They will bring you the giant Byung Pool leaves, the extract in a serum form, and you can take a bath in it. And so count me in. I'm ready for that experience. And you can literally bathe in the Jeju Lava Energy Water. So what a benefit! What a way of taking the profits from our company and reinvesting it into creating just this incredible community and this incredible experience for us. Okay, so just a little bit about the ICD. ICD stands for intracellular dermatology. Here's something, again, for those of you guys, I know you guys are here to learn about the business side of this. One of the things that I really feel strongly about for my business, because the skincare industry can be so overwhelming, I truly feel like a confused mind says no. So there are a lot of companies out there that are like, oh, we have something for acne and we have something for hyperpigmentation and we have something for rosacea and we have something for this. And you can get really lost very quickly on, well, what's best for me? I don't really even know. In our company, in our suite of brands, we really have two lines, which makes it very, very simple as far as running a business and offering something to your customers. It's A or B. And in my opinion, a great place to start for 99% of the population is A, which is our signature line, which is our ICD line. So we have our signature ritual. Some people call it the expert ritual. And then we have our Radiance 100 line, which is some people call it the advanced line. I think they're just proprietarily a little bit different. The expert line, the signature ritual, is more of a water-based line, but we're not just using any old water. We're using that Jeju Lava Energy water. And then our Radiance 100 line, the reason it's called RAD 100 is because 100% of that formula has gone through that nanomicrofluidization. And because those molecules are now so tiny and so fragile, they needed to be delivered into the skin using a base that is going to be able to hold those fragile little molecules and keep them alive so that they can do the work that they need to do. And for that reason, that one is a more of an oil-based formula. So again, when you're dealing with your customer, just ask them a simple question like, hey, do you have really, really dry skin? You have really oily skin, a combination of the two. Graduating into the Again, I'm somebody that was acne prone my whole life. So using an oil-based line would be like my worst nightmare, right? But I started with the signature ritual for the first years, had incredible results, and now I'm slowly dabbling into the Radiance 100 line just to see if I can move the goalposts on my results a little bit more, which is an amazing thing to do. And now that my barrier is healed, my skin is in a whole other echelon of health. And so I'm able to kind of play around with either of the lines. But what I'm telling you is, from a business standpoint, when you're operating a business and being able to offer people A or B, that is a beautiful thing to simplify what can be in a very, very complex industry. So I love kind of differentiating the two lines that way. Then we have our makeup. Our makeup came out about a year ago, April of 2024, 25, 20, yes, 2025, April of 2025. So it's been around for a little while. And the way I like to look at our makeup is it's incredible. Well, first of all, it's incredible. Our cushions are so unique, especially in the United States, where this type of compact, where it's like a sponge that has it's not really a cream. It's not really a liquid. It's kind of this hybrid of it's beautiful. The texture and the feel is so beautiful. It's like a second skin. It's like putting a filter on your skin. And it's also packed with our Korean skincare ingredients. So I'm looking at the thing like, okay, if I'm going to buy makeup, I'm going to buy makeup that's going to have the best possible ingredients in it. And the way that I like to look at this and the way that I like to explain it to my customers, because I was actually in makeup for quite a long time before I found Riman. And so that's kind of my language that I naturally speak, is the makeup language, is choosing this as a makeup line is not a substitute for your skincare. So just because it has good Korean ingredients in it doesn't mean that you just have to give up on your daily skincare routine. It's like brushing and flossing. You can't just do your makeup and expect that that's going to give you it's like you can't just floss your teeth and go to the dentist once a year and expect for a clean checkup. They go hand in hand, and each kind of is a benefit to the other. So in using our makeup formulation, it's going to enhance your results. It's going to be beautiful. I love this question in the chat. Is there a contour and blush as well? So I actually love to use multiple shades of our cushion. It comes in 5 shades. So I use the darkest shade as a contour shade, and I use one of the lighter shades as more of like a brightener concealer. And then I just use my main shade as like my all over foundation shade. We have an amazing setting spray that is like it's just a beautiful atomizing mist. It's gorgeous, it's hydrating. It's the best makeup setting spray I have ever used. And then we have some lip products currently, different lip butters that are tinted lip butters, and then a lip oil that goes on top. It's like the most gorgeous collagen infused top coat. It'll heal your lips. It's beautiful. And we do have more makeup on the way. So pencils, mascaras, those are all in the works. And so that line is going to be expanding rapidly. Okay, and now we're going to talk real quickly about our hair care, which is incredible, you guys. It is incredible, and our body care. So, I have coarse, thick, curly hair. You wouldn't know it. I only have like, half-inch hair, but when it's grown out, it is wild. It's wild and coarse and curly. And so if somebody was to come up to me and say, "Hey, I have this like one size fits all hair care for you, like it's for all hair types," I would have just laughed you out of your seat and said, "Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no chance I'm ever gonna ever gonna do that. That's like using hotel shampoo that would just scares the death out of me, right?" But this is something that is making me eat my words all day long. This shampoo and water treatment style conditioner is the most incredible shower experience you will ever have. So it starts out, this shampoo, first of all, it just smells incredible. We worked with this beautiful professional French fragrancier. He's like a sommelier of fragrance. He's built a whole career out of being this fragrance expert, and he used all natural botanicals to create these scent profiles that just give you this sensory experience. So that's the first thing that's going to hit you is the sensory experience of that shower. It's amazing. Same thing with the body care. But then you're going to shampoo, it's going to lather beautifully, and then when you get to the conditioner, whether you have crazy coarse hair like me, or you have fine, thin, baby fine hair, or your hair is starting to lose volume, or maybe your hairline is starting to creep, or maybe you just had a baby and you're losing all your hair, any and all of the above, listen up. This stuff is like water. It looks like water in the bottle. You can see it there on the very, very left. That's the water treatment, but it will cream to like a whipped cream consistency in the shower. So much so when you feed it, massage it, keep massaging, keep adding little bits of water, keep massaging, it just explodes. It's amazing. And the people that have these results that, 90 days, I have somebody in that's a customer of mine. Her sweet mama is like a sweet old Southern lady, is in assisted living. She's 90 something years old and loves to go get a blowout once a week. And so she goes to the salon and gets her hair all blown out. And you could see that sweet thing's little scalp. Her hair was starting to thin, and you could see her scalp, even though she had it all blown out. And in 90 days, her volume on her hair doubled. I'm not even kidding. Like you can't even see her scalp anymore. And the people that are at her sweet little salon cannot even believe what they're seeing. So even at 90, you could take those sleepy hair follicles and wake them up a little bit. So I can't say enough things about that. There are so many people that come for the skincare and stay for the hair care, and opposite is true. So the beautiful thing about having those A and B simplicity, we also have things that are for more people. We have the world is our oyster. There is nobody that's discluded or discounted. Maybe you're not into skincare, but the hair care might be that point of entry for somebody. And then all of a sudden, their hair is growing and they're like, maybe I should try that skincare, right? And vice versa. They try the skincare and they're like, oh, I didn't know you had hair care too. That's amazing. So you have an opportunity to serve people in multiple aspects of their life. So same thing with the Swamo body care. People that have like crepey elbows, crepey knees. We've seen incredible results there with using the body care similarly. So okay, next slide. What else do we have? Bree. Yes, the lightening. This is also very cool. So these are just our two consumable products. One is a marine collagen product, and then the other, these little fish food pebbles. Doesn't look like the sexiest product in the world, but I can tell you that it is a wonderful product. So this is a fiber supplement, a psyllium fiber husk, and the Koreans know that if you want to move the needle with your skin, which is your largest organ, Everything starts in the gut. Your gut is our second brain. So by cleaning out the gut every single night, you are effectively not needing your skin to do so much detox, right? So you're detoxing naturally through your GI tract, and so it doesn't necessarily have to come out your skin, which is another way that we detox. So I love recommending this product for people that are like, man, I'm doing everything. How can I level up my results? I'm like, are you doing this? Are you cleaning out your GI every night? What makes this particular one a little bit different than just say like a Metamucil or another fiber supplement is that it is designed not to bloom until it has hit your small intestine. So a lot of times, like if you stir fiber into like just a glass of water, it begins to gelatinize immediately. This one does not do that. It waits until it's in the area that it needs to be in before it starts to, dissolve and become that gelatinous thing, which is then going to help you pass it all. Not the sexiest thing to talk about, but by golly, it is going to give you a great result. And then the other thing is our collagen supplement. These little ampules are magical, powerful blend of antioxidants. If you are not supplementing a collagen, especially a marine collagen, which is the closest molecularly to human collagen, so it most closely matches our human collagen. You're missing out. Collagen is in every single cell in our bodies, and it's sort of the scaffolding. It's the structure that keeps our skin, from sagging and our nails healthy, our hair healthy, our vision, everything about it. I had a customer tell me that she swears that her vision got a little better just from a year's worth of consistency on the collagen. She's like, I have no other explanation for it. Why would that happen? I didn't change another supplement that I was taking. So truly, it is impactful on every single cell in our body, and it's just wonderful for our total health and our skin, of course. Okay. Did we get there? I think we got there. Now it is my wonderful, great pleasure to introduce you to Janet Wickers. She is from Key West, Florida. Is it cold there, Janet? Are
A
you
little
like
bit.
freezing yet?
Yes, it's
A
a
little
little bit.
bit?
For
I was gonna
us, it's
say all of
cold.
Florida. I'm in the northern part of Florida is getting a little bit of a little dose of winter. I'm wondering if it was all the way down in Key West. She has four children. Look at this gorgeous babe. She's a team leader with her company. She's been here for 10 months, and I don't want to give too much away because she's here to share her testimonial with you about how these products have impacted her life, and even this business has really impacted her life. So Janet, thank you so much for taking over. I'm so excited to hear what you have in store for everybody. And thank you so much for having me on tonight. It's just my pleasure and honor to always just to be part of this company. It's such an incredible, classy. You guys are in the right place at the right time. K Beauty is taking over, and this is the brand that's going to do it globally. So you listen to everything that's coming up, and then we'll have Bree give you the comp plan breakdown, which nobody said money is a four letter dirty word. We are all here to make money and improve our lives, are we not? So you guys have a lot coming up in store. All right, thanks so much.
Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you for being with us tonight. Definitely, Miss Katie did it, deliver, and her energy was like amazing, on point. Like all I could do is smile because, I'm into this company and I have done, well, they have told me the presentation, but the whole, I would say, enthusiasm that she said it with and the energy, that should tell you alone how much and obsessed we are and in love with the products. And it speaks for themselves. So how did I come to this company and the products? Let me tell you, I wasn't looking for this at all. But because I do a lot of social media, someone found me and said, you'll be perfect for this. You're going to like this. And when I found out that it was about K Beauty, I know that because of my teenager, that was a big deal. So I was going to give it the time and day to hear what they had to say. Aside from that, my skin, it was just like Katie. When she was saying her story, I could say, yeah, I could relate to that. I could relate to that. My skin was very prone and very bad with acne. Very, very, very bad. Like very bad. So many scars and indentations that it was horrible. So the worst thing that I did, because that's the only thing that I could do, was cover myself with makeup over and over again in order to feel that confidence, to feel pretty. And it was just damaging more my skin. So those of you that have been down the rabbit hole and know how much of bad ingredients, unfortunately, the US allows compared to the European standard that we have with our brand, the K Beauty, is like mind blowing. So needless to say, I started trying the ICD line, which is the one that we recommend to everybody because your skin has never had something natural and to this level. And my husband, when he saw the box, he's like, here we go. You know that you have spent so much money on creams, all that stuff. How much is this? Because my cream, one cream alone is $400. So he thought when he saw everything that it was like, oh my God, you spent thousands of dollars. What are you doing? And I'm like, no, no, this is Korean, honey. This is Korean. This is the top of the line. We're going to do this. So I start using the products. And for the first time, or me that I have never used any type of regimen or ritual, like having 8 steps, I was like, oh no, like, no, these people are crazy. I can't do this. I was like, no, 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 no. But the more I talked and the more videos I saw and the before and after, I said, okay, this has to work, okay, because this cannot be a lie. So I'm very disciplined. I said, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to give it a try because my face cannot continue looking like this. It was getting like dull. It wasn't firm. It was getting saggy. At 40, I was like, we're not doing this. I need to look up to par. So I started doing it, and I definitely took a before picture. And that's one thing that I tell everybody, take a before picture because you tend to forget because your skin starts looking better and you tend to forget how bad it looked before. So with time transpired and I started seeing my skin, I was like, oh, and then I started seeing like little purging, and I'm like a person that likes to do a lot of research. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I purging? And it's my skin reacting to these amazing products, trying to clean from the inside out. And when I'm telling you, I'm obsessed and invested of what they tell me that is going to help me with my skin. I took the collagen and I took also the lightening, even though like Miss Katie said, it's not that appealing. It took me like 2 sets for me to actually get into it, but it was game changer. And then with time, I would say by the second month, I wanted to try the Radisson, but because my skin was so oily, I was like, oh, should I do it? Should I not? Well, by the second month, I tried to incorporate it at least once or twice at nighttime, but my skin wasn't ready yet. So I kept using the ICD. So I speed it up. 3 months went by. I'm like, I think my skin is ready. Let's do this. And I started doing it. And the Radisson, I use it now at nighttime, is amazing. My neck is nice and tight. My skin has never looked better. There's no filter here. This is like live. And this is just amazing. One thing that I could tell you guys is the moment that you start using it every day consistently, you are going to see results. You cannot tell me, oh, I'm going to do it in the morning and then not do it at nighttime and then do it 3 days, yes, and then the next week, no, because oh my God, I forgot it. No, pretend that like you brushing your teeth. You're going to do it every day, every night, because if not, you have bad breath and then your teeth and your gums are going to be infected. That's how you need to see it. How much do you really want to look great? So transpiring to that, I start getting a lot of compliments, and I like making money. I like helping people, women, single parents get into that. And that's my alignment. I wanted to make sure that not only was I using the products and I was getting all these compliments, but I was able to give an opportunity to someone else. And let me tell you, money is freedom. Whoever told you money is evil, that's a lie. Money makes you move and gives you the freedom to change your situation. Okay. Bottom line. So I started wanting to do the business because of my why. A lot of women have different reasons. Mine was very, very, very clear. I did not want it to depend on my husband because, God forbid, he gets sick, injured, or there's a divorce. I didn't want to start from zero. I didn't want to go in panic mode. I wanted to have a plan B. And also because I come from a single mom. So that was in my mind always implemented, like you need to be able to provide for yourself. And being in this company and seeing the way that you make money, I was wanting that. And the moment that I realized that people were getting results by using and being open for me to guide them on what to use on their skin, they wanted to do the business as well. And that's how I grew my team. All I did was tell my friends, you're doing this because you're doing this. There's no options. See, my skin is amazing. We're going to do this. You're going to ride this bus with me. And they did. And that's what it is. And also for those of you that you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm on the fence, just go back to your why. Are you a single parent? Are you wanting now this 2026 that is a brand new year? You don't want to be stuck like 2025, like where you couldn't buy a house, you couldn't put your kids on activities because you didn't have the money. You're still struggling trying to find a part-time job, and at the same time your heart is breaking because you're not able to be with your kid. And maybe your kid is an amazing kid, but you're constantly saying no because you don't have the funds, not because you don't want to buy them stuff for him. You don't have the money. So when your why is very clear, like mine, I don't want to be in the situation that my mom was in, where she was stuck. I wasn't able to have the things that other people did. I wanted to change everything. So that's my alignment. I want to change women in a way and give them the opportunity to know that there is something possible in here. But you have to be consistent. And those excuses that we tell ourselves, oh, I'm not ready, it's not the right time, there's never going to be a right time. It's either you do it now, and if you fail, guess what? Analyze yourself. Why did you fail? Did you really went in 100%? Or was it like, I don't know, let me try, I'm not sure? It doesn't go like that. When you're really aligned to want to change your life, you have to be completely submerged. And if you don't know something, learn along the way. Proximity is the most beautiful thing. Get close to the people that know more than you. Put the same amount of time that you are on your phone wasting your time on stupidity, use it for actually gaining some knowledge. Gain it on something that is going to be your passive income. Gain it on something that you're going to be able to tell someone else how it changed your life and all that stuff. That's how you know that you really want this. Or maybe you haven't hit rock bottom yet to say, oh my God, I really go in panic mode, I need to change. Or maybe I have so many women that are, oh, I'm scared. I don't know how to sell. They forget that they sell every day, the way they smell, how they do their hair, their clothes. And not only that, I tell them all the time, so you are sad or you're scared or you're embarrassed to go online and actually talk about something that you love. But reality check, you're not embarrassed to ask for money. You're not embarrassed about that. And then owe that person money. Like you're not. So that is not uncomfortable for you, because they should be. You should be so embarrassed to go and ask someone else for money. And instead, you should be the one looking for the money. And the best thing about this is that if you're in doubt, thinking, oh, my family members are not going to buy, I don't have friends that do that, there's a whole world of strangers, that women like me, that I see another woman trying to make it in life, we're clapping for you. We're liking your stuff and we want you to succeed. So that mentality of like, I cannot do it, is because you're probably in a circle that is limiting you, and you need to go and explore. Be in rooms where you can grow. Because obviously the naysayers, I had that with my husband. Did I let that get to me? No, because my fear, my why was bigger. I was like, God forbid you leave me, honey. I'm not going to go and do anything else. I'm going to stay with my lifestyle. I'm going to make sure that my kids, my girls know how to be an independent woman. Not that they need to, but what it is to feel empowered and buy whatever you want. And I want to make sure that my son knows what it is to have a good, hardworking wife that has talent and is able to provide as well. That power couple. So what is your why? Why are you doing this? Why you're hesitant to move along and get on the wagon? What is it that you don't know? You don't know how it's going to happen? You don't know. Let me tell you something. You don't know what's going to happen in a week from now. A lot of people think that their 9-to-5 job is like for sure. I have encountered so many women that have been fired over the phone, or when they come in, they just say, sorry, we don't need you, because they gave the position to a family member, or because simply the owner got tired of you and didn't want to. They don't want you anymore. And let me tell you, I know this very well because I have a traditional business. I am a business owner. And when an employee doesn't do what they're supposed to, there is times that, I have to let them go. And at the end of the day, the truth is your boss is never going to care that you're a single mom, that you have to pay the bills, that you're the only one with the rent. So when you actually synchronize and actually get to understand that you don't owe anything to anybody but yourself, then you're actually going to wake up and say, let me get to this. Let me try what else is out there, because I honestly need a plan B. And that's what you need to do. Do it for you. Do it for your kids. Do it because you want to change this 2026, because you are done with being playing small and you want to level up to your 2.0. And that's all I could tell you. This company will give you that. and not only give you the funds, but you're actually going to feel pretty, empowered, and beautiful. And the room is going to be amazing when you're with women that think like you and they're clapping for you. So make this 2026 the time, the day that you say enough is enough. I'm going to make my why, and I'm going to make my best year ever.
Thank you so much, Janet. Oh my goodness,
You're
you guys,
welcome.
can you tell she's passionate about this company, what she does, her heart to help others? I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Janet, for sharing your heart with us. And we're going to wrap it up here talking a little bit about, you've heard about the products from Katie, you've heard about the mission and the passion from Janet, and when you really put the pieces of this puzzle together, you have to realize, we're learning how Korea is very quickly becoming the leader when it comes to K-beauty, K-pop, K-drama, and it's just building globally around the world. And what happened was, you have to realize, in the hardest market in the entire world to go number one in, they did it. They became the number one searched for skincare, sold almost $3 billion in the hardest market in the world to compete in. And when you do that much volume in a tough market like that, you can only imagine the billions of dollars that they're going to do as they spread throughout the world. This is why this market is getting so much attention. Even the Kardashians took a private jet to Korea, even though they have access to the best clinics in Beverly Hills, flew to Korea for skincare and treatments. Jay-Z recognizes the opportunity. He just invested $500 million into Korea, the K-beauty, K-pop, K-drama. And the fact that you have an opportunity sitting now, I will tell you that timing is so critical. Timing is to direct sales like location is to real estate. You can make a lot of money when you partner with the right timing and the right trends. And that's exactly where we're at. So y'all are drawing on my screen, trying not to let it distract me. So I will tell you that the search for Korean skincare is up 389% in the United States alone. There's 41 billion searches for the hashtag Korean skincare, but the timing is unique because we're at a point in time where people have heard that Korea is better. In fact, by the way, Korea just trumped France in terms of imports, which has never happened before. France has always been number one in terms of imports, exports with Lancome and Chanel, and now Korean skincare. So people are hearing that it's better. They're curious about it, but they don't know which one to buy or why. And they're looking for somebody that they know to tell them which one to get. And so the fact that you can share a link or share a code and your customers can shop online, they can get, 10% savings, they can get VIP perks and rewards. I will tell you that they're just looking for you to share with them, because right now people that are searching on Google and they want your help. And so it is a perk that you can make money sharing those codes. I tell people I'm here and I make money just because I decided to wash my face and talk about it. And once you start getting that K-beauty glow, that glass skin look, people are going to start asking you what you're using on your skin. I was actually just talking to a gal in the UK today, and they were telling her, her name's Mimi. They said, Mimi, you've always had great skin, but what are you doing differently? Like, have you had something done? Are you having a treatment done? And she said, I'm using this new Korean skincare that just came to the UK. And the minute people hear Korean skincare, they want to know more. So what the cool thing is that you can earn a percentage back. You can actually earn up to 54% back on commissions when you share a link with somebody. But what's really neat is you can lock in 20 and 30% for life and never lose it. Most companies, you have to requalify, you have to climb your way back up the tier every single month. Here, you can lock it in. Once you earn it, you never lose it. You can also earn percentages on your group. So if you start washing your face and telling other people about it and then showing them how to do, they can do the same thing. You can earn those percentages. You can earn revenue sharing, where you can share in the profits from the company, which is so cool. And this is my favorite, you can earn a check match bonus. So you can earn anywhere from 5 to 40% of somebody else's check. So when you refer somebody and they're using the product, they fall in love with it, they find themselves talking about it. In fact, I just was talking to a gal yesterday, it was 2 days ago, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I know so many people that would be interested in this Korean skincare. I'll refer them to you." And I said, "Yeah, that would be great." And I said, "Or you could just earn an override on that if you wanted to." She goes, "Oh, what do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, we could just, get you your link and you can share a code with them. You can earn an override and we'll plug them into the systems and it'll get them started." And so she was like, "Well, that sounds amazing." And so now she's really excited to promote the brand. And it really is, I will say, K Beauty, we're a little bit spoiled because they make it so much easier to talk about. It's hard to see, with health and wellness. I've been involved with that in the past, and I am a big believer in health and wellness, but it's hard to see those effects. But when you walk in a room and somebody is like, "What is going on with your skin?" It just automatically starts that conversation. So we do have some incredible events that happen all over the globe. We have an event coming up at the end of February in Long Beach, California. It is not too late to join us at this event. This is where you would hit the fast forward button on your business. Every event I've ever attended has added either a rank or a zero onto my paycheck. And this is where you just come and you learn the shortcuts. You learn from other people what they did to become successful. You learn, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. And so it just helps you reach your goals even faster. And then we also have an event coming up in Macau. So on the other side of the globe, we'll be in Macau. That'll be in April. So you can kind of pick where you want to go on the globe and learn from the best. Now, if you are thinking about partnering with the brand, you definitely want to get back to the person that invited you. Ask them for their unique code or link to go ahead and sign up. Now, it's only $20 to partner with the brand if you're in the US. If you're in Canada, that's waived right now. It's free to enroll. You don't even have to pay the $20. And when I was first getting started, I wanted to know, well, do you require a subscription or an auto shipment? And they actually said no. And I wanted to know why, because I thought that was strange. Normally companies require that. And when I asked why, they said, because we don't have to. They said, anyone who uses these products once are not going to stop using them. So we don't have to require our affiliates to purchase them. And so when I heard that, I knew that that was so much confidence behind the brand and behind the products. But they do have access your first 30 days that you join, your first 30 days only, you do have access to some starter kits. Now, these are basically where you can get more products for less money. It's a better deal. Is anybody else in the room is like the girl that you want the best deal? Like, I'm always looking, if I see a red tag or a sale, like I want to know what's up. And so I always want to get the best deal. These are some US kits. They also have some Canadian kits. Again, you can get back to the person that invited you and ask them for more details on this. But just know that there's some strategy involved, because the kit that you get, or kits, some people get multiple kits because they use it for their own personal, because remember, we don't have to have a subscription. So I bought a couple of kits because I was like, well, gosh, I'm going to use this for my family. I'm not required to buy anything monthly, so I'm going to stock up because this is a better deal. I'm going to use it to grow my business, to sample out, to sell some products, to earn my money back retail. But more importantly, the points from the kits go towards locking in that percentage for life. Remember, we talked about that 20 or 30%, where you lock it in for life. So there is some strategy involved here, but you have to do what's right for you. So that is everything that I wanted to share with you on that end. But I will say we are growing very, very quickly. These are some of the countries that we're in currently. They have mapped out a plan on how they're going to be in over 50 countries in the next 5 years, because the demand for K-beauty is growing so fast. So this is the calm before the storm. And if you're wondering, oh gosh, can I do this? Will I be successful? you can see here, we have a corporate rhythm where you can plug into Zooms every night of the week if you want to. There'll be people there to show you exactly how to do this. And then of course we have that Long Beach convention coming up at the end of February. So I want to thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us tonight, and I hope you have an incredible evening. Thank you to my incredible co-hosts, Miss Katie Martin and Miss Janet Wickers. You guys, I'm honored to present alongside these rock stars, and have a great night, and we hope to see you in Long Beach. Come up and say hi to us. Thanks, everyone.